record on this computer. Okay,
Thank you.
cool. Yeah, I just posted that actually, I think,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
on how we use Marketplace and Zillow to find leads. So, okay,
Yes.
cool. So you're watching that. Now, so I saw that you were a part of a few different groups. What have you done coaching with anybody? Have you worked with anybody one-on-one? Just walk
No,
me through where you're at right now in the process.
I've honestly taken the free route with everything. I've just been trying to
Cool.
network with people that I know are gonna, they've been successful in their
Good.
wholesaling journey.
Okay.
So, I'm just trying to follow everyone's lead and I'm trying to find who's gonna be able to more or less hold my hand and, show me the right way. There are several people that are running numbers different ways, and I'm just trying to make sure that I'm running my numbers the right way. I
Sure.
had some deals under contract last year, but I didn't have cash buyers on hand at the right time.
Okay.
I was more or less just winging everything as I was going along. And it was during the holiday season, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So, everyone was on vacation.
Right.
So, my sellers wanted to close like within a 15-day period and things of that nature. So, I ended up having to back out of the deals because I went the agent route
Uh-huh.
instead of direct to seller. So
Okay.
this year I, took a break and I started fresh and I said, well, let me find the cash buyers first and then, find out what their buy box is and then I'll do my homework, find the deals for them. So,
Awesome.
that's where I am right now, but I just want to make sure that I'm running my deals right.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah.
So right now
Mhm.
you're working with buyers and you've been working on your cash buyers list. Is that right?
Yes, sir. I have a
Okay.
very long
Okay.
cash buyers list,
Good
which
for you.
I'm really proud of. So.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. Now, what markets are they buying in?
Right now I am mainly in the southern region.
Okay,
I am in New York, so I'm
cool.
virtually wholesaling. I just see more
Awesome.
real estate opportunities in the southern region, especially Florida. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, so that's really where I am. They like the single family off markets. So, that's just what I'm really focusing on. Hopefully getting to the commercial side soon.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So you've got your buyers, and then that you're working the southern markets, and you're working Florida. And so now that they're ready to buy, have you are these buyers, have any of them been vetted? Like, do you know that they've done flips before, or what
Yeah,
kind of what kind of buyer are these? Let me rephrase the question. Are
okay.
they flippers or are they buy and hold investors? What kind of buyers are you working with?
Both. Um, some of them are buying holds, looking for rental properties. Some of them are, investors that are doing fix and holds, fix and flips. I do have a couple of wholesalers that they will agree with me to do like JV deals just so that
Okay.
I can make some money, they can make money. They bring the cash buyers, I bring the deal to the table, and
Okay.
we're more or less trying to wing it like that. But I don't see a lot of people that are like as devoted and breathing this real estate thing like I am 25/8. I have six little ones as well that I'm homeschooling at the same
Okay.
time. So, this is
Wow.
really, yeah, this is really what I'm trying to do for myself and my little ones, live and leave a legacy. So, you know this is where I am.
This is going to be an awesome story. An awesome story. Okay. I have five children. Me
Okay,
and my wife have five children.
well,
Yeah, and they're
congratulations,
all
you guys are
ours. We
blessed.
raised them all. They're in our house.
Yeah,
And so when you say that you're homeschooling all six, she was doing that with our first
yeah.
three, and
Hmm.
it's no joke. That
No,
is
it's not.
no joke. So,
I can definitely
um,
pass on some homeschooling apps that are really cool that'll have a lot of time saving techniques for you guys. They'll be able to log into their lessons and do their lessons, and you guys can focus on real estate and spending time
yeah.
together.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, she stopped doing it after trying to do it for 2 years. She couldn't. It was too much
Trust
for
me,
her.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Well,
yeah, I
I
mean,
commend you both. I commend you both.
yeah, that's great. I mean, it's satisfying for sure, but it's a labor of love 100%. And so,
Yes.
wow. Okay. So during the day, let's talk about your schedule then.
Okay.
During the day, is it like 8 to 3 that you're homeschooling the kids?
No, I just set up their lesson plans on Khan Academy.
Okay.
I have some that are doing Khan Academy Kids, and they
Okay.
log in on their device and they get in there and they just, everything that I have listed for them for the day, they complete those assignments. If they need any help, I have two older children that, help them. Those are my
Okay.
two high school graduates. So they've taken on some of the homeschooling for me so that I could focus on real estate.
Okay.
This is a new journey for me. I'm coming from medical going into real estate. So
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to learn it all.
All right. So what time does your day start with real estate?
7 a.m.
7. Awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So 7 a.m. We get in front of the computer. What's like, walk me through your day. And
All right.
what's the first thing that you're doing?
So the first thing, well, I'm doing my CRM and my offers in a
Okay.
notebook at the moment. I'm still ancient, pencil and paper.
Okay, no problem.
I'm trying to learn like Podio and HubSpot and things like that, but to more or less try to take it more on a professional stance.
Okay.
Uh, so, I have my notebook with my offers, I'll, make my tea and I'll sit down and get ready to run my numbers. I get into PropWire. I don't know if you know what PropWire is. It's like the free version of PropStream, but through
Sure.
Norton. Um, so once I get in there, I'll input my address and I'll get my Redfin, Zillow, and Realtor up so that I'll be able to find the estimates of what that
It's worth.
property,
Sure.
and I will add that up, do my average of what the ARV possibly would be, find 3 to 5 comps that are close to that, and then I'll, even with my buy and hold investors, I'll even try to find out what the rental profit would be as well,
Mm-hmm.
so that I'll know what that rental margin would be ahead of time.
Okay.
I'm on True People Search in order to like skip trace to confirm who my buyer is, or if they're represented by a listing agent.
Got it.
More or less trying to jot down everything before I contact the seller, because I don't want to waste their time and I don't want to waste my time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So at the moment I am stuck in analysis paralysis because I just want to make sure that my offer prices are are correct.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So what do you think the average time
Mhm.
um that it's taking you from lead or
Mhm.
potential lead to
Yep.
actual offer submission? Like, what do you think? How much time do you think that's taking you?
An hour a deal.
Okay. All right. So we're
Like from
gonna
start to finish, like finding the deal, going through the pictures online. If there's pictures, I know that there's a video that you just posted, and I don't really like going for the ones that don't have pictures so that we can see
sure.
inside, like who doesn't want to see inside?
Yeah. People are weird. Yeah.
Yeah, so
And if it's represented by an agent, the agent is doing the seller an injustice by not
right,
posting those pictures.
right.
But I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. Okay. Um, all right. So have you, and then the offer, how are you submitting the offer?
I have a offer generator.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, so like I'll be able to just input the information and just do like 15 days, 15 business days for the inspection, just to give myself and the cash buyers enough time just in case we need to renegotiate and think.
100%.
Yeah, so
100%.
I feel like I have all the tools that I need. It's just I want to make sure that I'm doing everything the right way.
Right. Okay.
I don't want to
Yeah.
look like a fool. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. 100%. Okay. The offer generator, what is it? Just a one page, like letter of
Yeah,
intent? One page
yes,
letter?
yes,
Okay, cool.
yep. And then it
Oh,
comes to my email in a more professional letter, and then I
mhm.
get send that off to the seller or the agent. With doubleclose.com, they have the proof of funds. So, you know, if I'm dealing with an agent, I'm able to get a proof of funds letter within like 10 seconds and send that off to them, you know, to make my offer look more reputable. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have one too. It's on a Google Doc. When we're
Okay.
done, I'll share a video with you and you can
All right,
review the
cool.
video.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um,
I'm gonna come off
it,
a screen. I want to come on video. Is that okay?
yeah,
I don't look
100%.
my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't worry about it. Okay, so um, from the outside looking in, okay, from the outside looking in, my first
Yes.
recommendation is we have to cut the time from analysis to
Mhm.
submission by
Yeah.
about a tenth, and maybe not even a tenth, by about 95% of it. So
Okay.
the offer submission, really what you want to do is, and I've been where you're at, and I've done it many times, and I'm the type of person, number one, I don't want to look like a fool. Number
Right.
two, I want to make sure my numbers are right, because nobody likes getting into a deal and then having it fall out. I
Right.
will say though that it's probably better for you to honor your time
Yes.
by cutting that down
Okay.
significantly. So I'm talking to
Okay.
like 5 minutes. Okay. So if Zillow says that it's worth 500,000, don't be
Yeah.
afraid to submit an offer for 250,000. In fact, I'm submitting offers at like
Pretty much cut it in half.
55%. Yeah,
Yeah.
55% of whatever it is, between 55 to 60%. Now, here's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to do that, you're going to submit it, and you're going to get some sellers that are going to be pissed off. You're going to get some agents that are going to be pissed off. But all you
Yeah.
really want are the ones that respond back to you and the ones that
Yeah.
say, okay, look,
Okay.
I'm not going to accept that. Would you consider this? And then hopefully they'll counter you. And if they counter
Okay.
you, then what it does is it opens up the opportunity for you to
All
negotiate,
right.
and then you can do
Yes.
your research. So I'd
Yes.
rather you do your research
Okay.
after you get someone that bites, right? We
All
throw
right.
out our
Cool.
our hook in our line. We make offers that are 50 to 60% of whatever they're asking. Then when they bite, then we go back and we say, okay, let's do the research. I will tell you that even when I'm submitting offers, there's time that people they come back to me and they're like, we'll take your offer, and I offered them 55% of whatever they were asking, and then I went back and redid my numbers, and then I discovered even at 55% it was still too high. So like there's people that they grossly overprice their property so much that even my 50 to 55% offer is still overpriced. And so then I have to go back to the agent and I have to say, hey, listen, I just redid my numbers, I can't come in at whatever price it was, but I can do this price. I'm
Right.
sorry, I was wrong when I first submitted it. I just don't want to get into a deal and then back out. And so,
Yes.
believe it
True.
or not, they'll actually appreciate that versus
Yeah.
me just saying, okay, let's get into escrow, even though they've accepted my offer.
Right.
So the first tweak I would say is, let's cut that down. Let's not
Right.
worry so much about the analysis. Let's just
Okay.
50 to 55% of whatever ARV is, or whatever Zillow thinks it is, or whatever Redfin says it is, and then
Okay.
boom, send it out. If it's a
All right.
vacant lot, I
Mhm.
would submit it 25 to 30% of
Okay.
whatever Zillow or Redfin says it's worth, and then just send it out.
All right. Cool. All
Now
right.
we
That's
have something that we use called the Deal Bazooka.
okay.
And it's in school. If you click on it, you'll see it, where I
Okay.
teach people how to do this. And I actually set them up so that they can send out, as crazy as this sounds, anywhere between 150 to 300 offers a day. A
I would
day.
love to do that
Yeah.
because I'm up until like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning just looking at deals. This is just what I breathe right now. It's so addicting.
It's awesome. It's just your time is more valuable than that. Your time
It
is
is.
it's too valuable to do
Thank you.
that. But what will happen is that I'll teach you how to chop up a deal in like 5 minutes or less.
All
You
right.
just
Cool.
need to know which ones are actually interested in your offer. I mean,
Right,
look, even if you're coming in at 80 to 90% of what they're asking, so there's going to be some people that are like, that's still too low. So
right.
whether it be 50 or whether it be 80 or 90, I really don't care. I'm just sending them out and then I'm waiting to see who responds back.
Quick
Yeah.
question for you.
hmm
So when it comes on to like the wholesale fee, where does that come in? Where does what wholesale fee, if you were wholesaling, what would you
So
aim
it,
for?
it, it really just depends.
Okay,
The wholesale fee is going to vary.
right,
If it's on market properties, the wholesale fee is always going to probably be less than if it's direct to seller. A
right.
typical wholesale fee on an on market deal will be anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000.
Okay, so yeah,
And now a typical wholesale fee on like a direct to seller could be $15,000 to $25,000. It
okay,
really just depends.
yeah,
And yeah, we've had some crazy ones where it's like $100,000, but those are few and far between. And so
right,
I don't want people thinking, hey, these you can close $100,000 wholesale deals. Number one,
right,
those are rare. And number
right,
two, um, they don't necessarily feel that great when you close it because then you're thinking to yourself, well, look, that, the seller technically should have gotten their money. I would
right,
have rather, in my opinion, have done a bunch like 100, 200, 10, $15,000 deals, right? That way, knowing that like, well, everybody made money, including the seller, and everybody wins, as
yeah,
opposed to me just saying, hey, I did, one deal or two deals and we made 100 grand or 200 grand off of each deal.
right,
Personally, that's just me. I feel like I'm doing more of a service to the general public that way versus
yes,
me just saying, "Hey, I made
I
100K
agree.
off of that one." Anyway,
All right,
that
thank you. Thank you for
that's
that.
just
Thank
me.
Yes.
Okay, so that doesn't mean I didn't like those $100,000 deals. Those were good. Um, Especially if we're negotiating it and if the seller accepts our price, then they accepted our price.
Okay.
It's just like going to buy a property at an auction. Yeah, how bad can I feel if I'm buying the property in an auction and that's the price that I got it for, right? So
Looking
but
forward
my
to making a whole lot of offers
yeah,
today.
yeah. So that's one of the first things that I would do. So I got to teach you how to do that. I want you to watch that video. I can't
Yes,
really, just because of my time, I can't go into
no
how to do
worries.
that right now, but you just
Yep,
watch
that's
that
fine.
video and you watch how to
Okay,
do it.
okay,
We do have a course on it.
okay.
So it's going to cost some money. Okay. I don't want to lie to you. You're
No,
going
no
to need
worries.
one tool costs, the mail merge software costs you $50 for the year, which isn't that bad.
That,
Prop wire is great, but you
yes,
need data, and I don't think they
yeah,
allow you to export all that data. So you're going to need
yeah, no,
prop
that's
stream.
right. Yeah,
Prop stream is $100. So
yes,
you need some tools. You're going to have to invest a little bit of money.
okay,
And look, we all feel the pinch with the economy. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to prep you that if you want to do things a little bit more to scale, you're going to have to be willing to invest a little bit. Okay, just a little bit.
willing.
Um,
I'm 100% willing. Thank you.
Okay, okay, cool. So I'll send that over to you and then you'll be able to send out those offers. Now, here's the other thing that I would suggest.
Yes,
Identify one type of buyer that you really like working with right now
I do.
and
Yes,
try to focus on that one for now.
yes,
Identify that one type of seller that you really want to focus. We're gonna talk about the power of one, just the
okay,
power of one right now, because
okay,
that's the other thing. In our business, it gets really easy to get like shiny object syndrome, where we're like looking at what everybody else is doing and all these different opportunities and all that other
right,
stuff. And yeah, there's some people that have so many tools on their tool belt that they do really, really well. They're making a ton of money
right,
that way, but they had to master one first. And so
exactly, yes,
I need you to get laser focused right now and figure out, okay, so which buyers am I going for really? Am I going to go for the fix and flippers, or am I going to go for the buy and hold guys and gals? Who am I going to focus on right now? And you don't have to make a decision right now. I'm just telling you that's what I want you to do. Just pick
yeah, I
one.
have one in mind, yes, I
Okay,
have one
cool.
in
So we're just going to go for one buyer, the type of seller that we really want. Now, that doesn't mean we're not going to work with other sellers. I'm just saying when you're laser focused, you know how it is. It's like the power of intent. Like when
yes,
you say, this is what I'm looking for, your brain just magically gravitates toward that. So the one type of buyer we want, the one type of seller we want, and the one market that we want. Now, it sounds like you like Florida. I love Florida. It's a damn good market. So if that's the market, let's just focus on Florida. Let's just focus on that for now. Okay.
Yes, yes.
And then attack it through Zillow. You can attack it through Marketplace. You can attack it through PropWire. Like I said, you're going to need data. So ultimately, PropStream.
Yes.
And then pick one strategy for you that works. Since you like submitting offers, I would stick to that. Master that one strategy first. Just master that. And then you can slowly start to add the other stuff to it. So if you're submitting offers through like Zillow, where you find the agents, or Redfin, that's fine. If you're submitting offers through Marketplace, that's fine too. However you want to do it, but just stick to that one strategy. That's the other thing I see a lot of people do, is that they don't stick with something long enough to really master it before they want to jump ship and like try another strategy. So let's just master one. And then once you've got it down cold, listen, truth is you can delegate this to anybody else. At some point, once you master it, the same, your 18-year-olds that are helping you right now, they can, in the evenings, they can probably do some of this stuff for you, and you can teach them how to do it too.
Trying to help as much as possible. I just tell them, just find me all the ugly houses, save them, and send them. And I'll do what I have to do.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool. So those are the small, if you'll notice, it's not anything major like I'm teaching. It's just small minor tweaks that once we do it this way, it'll shift it up for sure. And if you do this, what's going to happen is you will have more you're going to spend more time having conversations with sellers and agents than you will spending time analyzing deals. And there are plenty of days where I'm like mentally drained just because of all the talking that I've been doing. Once you get there, I'm going to be a happy camper, right? I'm going to be like, okay, I told you so. Okay. So you're going to call me, you're going to tell me one day, you're going to be like, man, I've been on the phone just talking to people all day long. Like my brain is frazzled. Like, that's how I want you there. I'd rather have your brain mentally worn out because you've been just talking to so many people versus mentally worn out because you've been analyzing deals. Because that, again, not that that's not important, but that doesn't, unless we're closing these deals, that's not going to make us money. But us talking to people will get those deals closed. So I need you, and you're so good at like communicating. I need you talking to people and speaking to them more than analyzing the deals.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Okay. After this, I'm going to share. I'm going to share the training thing that I talked to you about. Okay. And then take a look at it. And then what we can do is schedule a follow up. So we can figure out how I can help you get this stuff set up so that you can do it yourself. But yeah, it's called the deal. It's called the Deal Bazooka. Okay. And then you can find that on School.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
Thank you so much.
And if you need me, just you text me or you call me or message. Here's what I tell people. If you text me and I don't respond right away, it's just because I'm slowly getting through all the messages that I get. But
I understand. No worries.
If it's urgent, you pick up the phone and you call me. Because that's how I know, like, hey, they've got something cooking. Like, if you got something you need some help on, how do I handle this situation? I've got this seller. How do we work on that? Like, how can we? Then you got to pick up the phone and call me. Because if you give me a text, sometimes it's like a couple hours before I respond.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right.
Thanks.
Cool. All right. Listen, it was good. It was good meeting you. We're gonna make this work. I can't wait for your story to come out. We're gonna make a video on it. You'll see. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Take care.
God bless your heart.
Same to you. Bye.
Bye.